All right, listen to me very closely. AI is no longer a buzzword. It's not just about ChatGPT, like writing emails or like Mid-Journey, creating images. It's evolving into the infrastructure of how we live, but most importantly, how we work. And OpenAI, right, the company who's leading this charge, just made an announcement that you need to pay attention to because it goes far beyond software. We're now entering the world of careers with AI, hiring and skills. You know, if you didn't hear, they've just launched a jobs platform and a certification program designed to train and connect millions of people to the workforce of the future. This isn't just about replacing jobs, it's about reshaping how companies are gonna decide who gets hired. It's also changing what matters more, kind of like your resume, your degree, or your ability to prove that you can actually do something like harness AI to solve problems. So today, we're gonna unpack, right, from an executive's perspective. Like, what does it mean for workers? What does this mean for leaders? And for organizations really trying to stay competitive in the marketplace, what do they do? And most importantly, how can we get ahead of it? So let's dive in and do me a favor, smash that subscribe button below so you can stay updated on all things career. All right, just give me 1 second and we'll get back to the video because I want to help you. You know, the number one problem I see with job seekers is they're unsure of what they're targeting next. They don't know where they want to work. What industry pays the most money? How much money do they want to make? Which makes an executive search absolutely impossible. So hey, I have a guide for you, Clarity Guide, how to get clear on your next career move. If you'd like a copy, email me over at tim@execupgrades.com. Talk to you soon. Here's what OpenAI just rolled out. Now, first is the jobs platform. Now, sorry LinkedIn, think about this as like LinkedIn meets Indeed meets an AI marketplace. Employers are going to be able to connect directly with candidates who have verified AI skills. So instead of sorting through like all these stacks of resumes, which no one likes to do, they're going to see OpenAI certified right at the top. Now, second is the AI certification programs. Now, this isn't just one test, it spans everything from AI basics to how to use tools effectively in your day-to-day, all the way up to advanced prompt engineering and workflow automation, which every business direly needs. And here's the bold promise they said. They said, we're gonna certify 10 million people in America by 2030. Man, that's an entire workforce, ladies and gentlemen, an entire transformation effort, bigger than many government reskilling programs. Now, here's what it takes. The learning happens inside ChatGPT itself. So you'll literally be taught by AI inside the AI how to use AI. It's crazy we're saying this. I don't know what to say. It's just crazy. So why is this really such a big deal and why should you pay attention? Because OpenAI isn't going at it alone. They lined up some of the biggest players in the global economy. Maybe you've heard of them. Walmart, John Deere, Accenture, Boston Consulting Group. These are not startups. These are legacy employers, consulting giants, and companies that shape how millions of workers get hired. When companies like this move, industries follow. Think about it, man. For years, hiring has been stuck on the same system, which is pissing everyone off, right? Resumes, ATS, recruiters, screen. But if companies start valuing AI certifications more than your GPA, that's a paradigm shift for the entire workforce. And OpenAI is positioning itself, you know, not just as like the tool maker, but as the credentialer. They're gonna own the learning, own the testing, and own the connections to employers. Man, that's gonna be a lot of money. That's never been done before. Microsoft didn't do this with Excel, Google didn't do this with Gmail, but OpenAI is saying, don't just use our product, you know, let us prove you're good at it, and then let us connect you to jobs that need it. Man, killer pitch, huh? Now, let's talk about the opportunities that this will create. Man, so exciting. Now, for workers, this is a massive chance to future-proof your career. I talk about this all the time, right? Recession-proofing your career. So instead of waiting on universities to catch up, right, you can earn certifications that show right now you are AI literate. This could be the difference between getting stuck in like middle management or moving into the next wave of leadership. For employers, it's gonna streamline hiring, thank God, right? Imagine needing someone who can build AI-driven customer support workflows. So instead of like, you know, guessing who might know it, you filter for candidates that are already certified. And what does that mean? Less risk and faster onboarding. Now, for small businesses, my favorite, this is gonna be revolutionary. A local business that could never compete with Accenture's recruiting budget. Guess what now, baby? They're gonna have access to the same pool of AI certified talent. Now, for the executive teams, pay attention. This is your chance to get ahead, to get the curve, right? Think back to the 90s. If you were the executive who didn't understand email, Excel, brother, you got left behind. In the 2000s, it was about digital transformation and data literacy. Now, it's AI. So here's the truth. 5 years from now, AI literacy won't make you just stand out. It's going to be expected, mandated, a no-brainer. And here's the bigger opportunity. The leaders who start adopting AI literacy now first won't just keep their jobs. They'll be the ones deciding how AI gets integrated into what? Strategy, operations, and culture. It's super vital that you're paying attention to this right now. Now let's balance this with the challenges. First, scale, right? 10 million certifications by 2030, man. We've seen governments and universities try this with like digital skills or coding for all programs, and the results have been mixed at best. The second is trust. Are companies actually going to believe in OpenAI certifications? Or will they just see them as just like another badge, another credential, like the dozens of online courses? For this to work, employers really have to buy in fully. Third is privacy. Man, training and certifying millions of people means collecting massive amounts of data on what? Performance, skills, and maybe even behavioral patterns. So will workers be comfortable, handing that over? And fourth, competition. This looks a lot like an Upwork or a Fiverr, but for AI skilled talent. Can OpenAI really compete with job boards like we know, like LinkedIn, Indeed, traditional recruiters, or will it be another fragmented marketplace? I put my money on OpenAI. Now the stakes are high, and if execution falls short, it's gonna leave workers confused and companies hesitant. So what should you take away from this as, whether you're a professional, a leader, or on the executive team? Number one, do not ignore AI literacy. I don't care if you're skeptical or excited, it's becoming as basic as using Excel and Microsoft Word or email. Start experimenting now, even with all of the free tools out there. Number two, certifications could be your differentiator. Just like professionals proudly saying, hey, I'm PMP, Six Sigma, CFA on their LinkedIn, expect to see a lot more OpenAI certified in the near future. That could be the stamp that gets your resume through the door to the actual person who needs to see it. Number three, organizations need to move now. If you lead a team, begin weaving AI skills into training programs now. Don't wait until your competitors are already ahead of you. And really, here's the big thought I want to leave you with. AI isn't just replacing some jobs. It's redefining the playing field of how talent is found, how it's measured, and how it's rewarded. The winners in this next decade, with everything going on, are going to be the people, like always, who lean in, who get certified, who adopt the tools, and who use AI not as a threat, but as a multiplier of their value. Now, if you found this breakdown useful, which I know you did, hit that subscribe button below because I'm going to be covering even more shifts like this every single week on my YouTube channel. And do me a favor, drop a comment. I really want to know, would you trust an AI certification as much as a degree or a graduate degree on a resume? Love to hear your perspective.